Welcome back to another video for HarborFinancialOnline.com. Today I'm going to be talking about the Schedule C form, the instructions, and how to file this form. This form gets attached to your regular 1040 is not a separate tax filing. So that's where it gets confusing, and I want to try to help you guys out with the filing requirements on this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cover the areas of the Schedule C in these PowerPoints, and then we'll go right to the Schedule C towards the end. So I want to give you a background of the Schedule C real quick and the different sections. Part 1 of the Schedule C is the total of your gross receipts. This will be the total you receive from 1099 MISC miscellaneous forms. Okay, what you're going to do is total up all these 1099s and put it into the Part 1 of the Schedule C. Now you still have to enter income that you didn't receive 1099s for if you got paid cash, or even if you got paid check. A lot of these places still won't issue the 1099 just because they're not keeping up to date on their tax requirements, but you still have to report the income. On line 2 of the Schedule C, you're going to report any returns. Now these are items that you sold but they are returned, okay? Because that's going to offset your income. So you want to make sure you're reporting any returns. Your cost of goods sold will be reported on line 4. This is your inventory, and in the couple slides ahead we're going to cover that cost of goods a little bit more. Your gross income, the total of your gross income for your business, will be reported on line 7 of the Schedule C. Now Part 2 is the business expenses, which that's what I'm going to cover towards the end here. I'm going to show you this. This is the most important section of the Schedule C. These are your write-offs. That's going to offset your total receipts. Now the total expenses are reported on line 28 of the form. Expenses for the use of your home are reported on form 8829, and that's attached to your return. So that's another page that's attached to your return. Part 3 is the breakdown of the cost of goods sold. It's the inventory information. This is going to be what your beginning inventory was at the year and what your ending was, because the difference of those two is the cost of your inventory. Part 4 reports the information on your vehicle, if you're reporting the mileage deduction for your vehicle or the actual expenses. Part 5 is any other expenses that you didn't find a box to put them into. So this is miscellaneous expenses will be put into Part 5 of the Schedule C. Now at the top of the Schedule C, your home address can be the same as your business address if that's where you run your business out of. So don't be concerned that you have the same address. Now you have to report either the cash method or accrual method. Most of you are going to be reporting the cash method and box F at the top of the form. So if you don't understand really accounting, go with cash, because 99% of the time that's what you're doing, just the cash method. So let's go to the form real quick. I'm going to bring up the Schedule C. 1 second, try to get the form up here for you guys. Alright, here's Schedule C. This just gets attached to your regular 1040. What I want to do, this is where we said cash and accrual. If you don't understand the difference, just put cash, because I guarantee that's how you're operating as cash. Your business name can be the same as your home if that's running where you're running the business out of. This is what I consider the most important area of the Schedule C, is your expenses. You're going to break down, separate all the expenses of your business and fill in these different boxes. And find a box that is the same as that expense, as close as possible. Put the totals into here. Now, some of the most important areas: supplies, the total of all your supplies; advertising, this is going to be one of your higher amounts; your car and vehicle expenses. I'm going to show you how you calculate that real quick. I do have videos on that, so I recommend looking at that. Okay, so really take some time to look at Part 2. And write down these expenses and see what you can come up with, and how these expenses you had in your business. This is cost of goods sold. Your inventory, this is really important if you carry an inventory. Again, most of the time you're going to have a cost method on your inventory. Your inventory at the beginning of the year, and your inventory, you're going to report what the end of the year was here. And these lines in between will make adjustments to that inventory. If you prepare the return online, it's automatically going to complete Form Schedule C for you. You just have to answer some easy questions and some amounts, so it makes it a lot easier than having to do what we're doing right now, going through this form box by box. So you can see it could get complicated, so that's why I always recommend, if you have a small business, doing it online. Here's the mileage section. You calculate how many miles you've driven for the business and get that deduction. This is your miscellaneous section, part 5. So any of these boxes, you couldn't find an area up in the expense area. You couldn't find anything that went in one of these boxes, you're going to want to put it down here in part 5. So that's how that works. At HarborFinancialOnline.com, we have a page just for self-employed if you're new to having a business in the Schedule C. So I'd recommend checking that out. I appreciate you watching my video. We have more videos out there. We have a free online tax estimator, and you can prepare your return directly online. HarborFinancialOnline.com. Thanks.